My name is Raymond U. Acuna, professional engineer. And today, I want to discuss something I believe is critically important to the future of our communities: the importance of professional engineers participating in the democratic and political process, not politics for politics' sake, but public service. Because every community depends on decisions involving infrastructure, public safety, transportation, flood control, water systems, traffic operations, emergency response, and long term public investment. And behind almost every one of those decisions, there are engineering consequences, some immediate, some lasting decades, and sometimes life safety consequences. That is why engineers cannot remain silent observers while major public decisions are being made. Professional engineers are uniquely trained to think differently. We are trained to evaluate risk, to consider long term impacts, to understand how systems interact, to identify unintended consequences before they become expensive failures or public safety problems. And importantly, professional engineers are ethically obligated to place the protection of the public first. That obligation matters, especially today, because modern public infrastructure decisions are becoming increasingly complex. Cities are growing rapidly, budgets are tightening, infrastructure is aging, technology is accelerating, and public expectations continue to rise. At the same time, many elected officials are forced to make decisions on highly technical subjects under enormous time pressure. That is where experienced engineering guidance becomes essential. Not to control elected leaders, not to replace public input, but to help decision makers better understand consequences, trade offs, risks, costs, and long term operational realities. Good engineering participation improves democratic decision making. It helps communities avoid short term thinking. It helps identify risks earlier. And it helps ensure taxpayer investments are made responsibly. Some of the most important infrastructure decisions in American history succeeded because technical professionals worked together with elected leadership and the public. Roadways, water systems, flood protection, transit systems, public utilities, storm drainage systems. These systems did not happen accidentally. They required engineering judgment, public accountability, and civic participation working together. And I believe that responsibility is becoming even more important in the AI era, because technology can now generate reports, simulations, recommendations, and highly polished presentations faster than ever before. But technology alone cannot replace experienced judgment. AI can assist analysis, but it cannot own accountability. It cannot replace ethical responsibility, and it cannot replace the lived experience of professionals who understand how real infrastructure systems behave in the field over time. That is why engineers must remain actively engaged in public meetings, community discussions, advisory boards, infrastructure planning efforts, bond programs, and long-term policy conversations, not as political activists, but as trusted technical stewards of public safety and public infrastructure, because ultimately, infrastructure is not just concrete, steel pumps, or pavement. Infrastructure is public trust made visible. And when engineers participate responsibly in civic leadership, communities become stronger, safer, and more resilient. I'm Raymond U. Acuna, professional engineer. Thank you for joining me on the Public Works Edge podcast.